Listen up. Your kitchen is the heart of your home. It's where meals are prepared, memories are made, and nourishment begins. But what if I told you that some of the everyday items in your kitchen could actually be harming your health without you even realizing it? As we get older, our bodies become more sensitive to toxins, bacteria, and chemicals found in common kitchen items. That non-stick pan you've been using for years, it could be releasing harmful fumes. That plastic container you've had since the 90s, it might be leaching chemicals into your food. And those expired spices in the back of your cabinet, they may not just be losing flavor, they could be affecting your digestion too. The truth is, many of us hold on to kitchen items far longer than we should, out of habit, nostalgia, or simply not knowing the risks. But small changes can make a huge difference in your health, safety, and overall well-being. Decluttering your kitchen isn't just about making space, it's about making safer choices. It's about reducing exposure to harmful materials and ensuring that every item you use daily is actually serving you, not hurting you. Today, we're going to go through 10 toxic or unsafe kitchen items that should be decluttered immediately. And I'll also show you better, safer alternatives to replace them with. So, grab a cup of tea, take a look around your kitchen, and let's get started. You might be surprised at what needs to go. 1. Worn-out nonstick pans. Most nonstick cookware is coated with a material called polytetrafluoroethylene, better known as PTFE or Teflon. When these pans are scratched or overheated, they release toxic fumes that can be harmful, especially for seniors with respiratory issues. Now, if you've ever had a nonstick pan where the coating is peeling or scratched, that's a sign that these chemicals are already leaching into your food. And even if the surface looks fine, older pans can still degrade over time. The good news, there are safer alternatives. Stainless steel, cast iron, and ceramic cookware don't release harmful chemicals. They might require a little more care, but they'll last longer and keep you safer. 2. Old or warped plastic containers. Next, let's talk about something we all have, plastic food containers. They seem convenient, but older plastic, especially ones that have been microwaved or scratched, can be dangerous. Many plastic containers contain bisphenol A or BPA, a chemical linked to hormone disruption, heart disease, and even certain cancers. Over time, as plastic wears out, it starts to break down, leaching these chemicals into your food, especially when heated. A simple fix? Replace old plastic with glass or food-grade silicone containers. These won't leach chemicals and can go from the fridge to the microwave or oven safely. 3. Scratched aluminum or copper cookware. Now, let's talk about aluminum and copper cookware. While these metals are great for heat distribution, they can pose serious health risks, especially if they're old and scratched. Acidic foods, like tomatoes, citrus, and vinegar, can cause aluminum and copper to leach into your food, leading to metal toxicity over time. This can contribute to memory issues and even neurological problems. A better choice? Use stainless steel or enameled cast iron. These are non-reactive, durable, and won't introduce unwanted metals into your meals. 4. Rusty or moldy wooden utensils and cutting boards. Now, I know some of us have wooden spoons and cutting boards that have been with us for decades, but if they're cracked, moldy, or have deep grooves, they could be harboring something you don't want, bacteria and mold. When wood absorbs moisture and food particles, it creates the perfect environment for mold and bacteria to grow. Even washing them thoroughly might not remove all the germs. The solution? If your wooden utensils or cutting boards are cracked, warped, or moldy, it's time to replace them. Bamboo is a great alternative. It's naturally antibacterial and more resistant to water damage. So we've covered the first 4 kitchen items that could be toxic to your health, but we're just getting started. Up next, we'll tackle expired and unsafe food items that could be lurking in your pantry. You won't believe what's on the list. Be honest, how many of you have spice jars that are older than your grandchildren? Or a bottle of cooking oil you've had for years because you barely use it? Food expiration dates aren't just suggestions. As food ages, it loses its nutritional value, flavor, and in some cases can even become toxic. Let's go through some of the most common expired or unsafe food items seniors should get rid of right now. 5. Expired spices and cooking oils. Let's start with spices and cooking oils. You might not think of these as perishable, but they do expire, and using them past their prime isn't just about losing flavor. It can actually be unhealthy. Oils, especially vegetable, canola, and flaxseed oil, can go rancid when exposed to air, heat, and light. Rancid oils produce free radicals, which can damage your cells and increase inflammation, a major concern for seniors dealing with arthritis, heart disease, or immune issues. As for spices, they don't necessarily go bad in the way dairy or meat does, but they do lose their potency and may develop mold or bacteria if exposed to moisture. A simple fix? Check your oils and spices every 6 to 12 months. Store oils in dark glass bottles in a cool place, and replace spices every 2 to 3 years, especially if they've lost their smell or color. 6. Canned foods with dents, rust, or past expiration dates. Canned food seems like it lasts forever, right? Well, not exactly. If you have dented, rusted, or expired cans, it's time to let them go. A dented can might seem harmless, but it can actually compromise the seal and allow dangerous bacteria, like Clostridium botulinum, which causes botulism, to grow inside. The same goes for rusted or bulging cans. That's a sign that bacteria are already working inside, and eating that food could lead to serious food poisoning. The best way to avoid this? Check your canned goods every few months. If a can looks suspicious, dented, rusted, or past its expiration date, throw it out. It's not worth the risk. Number 7. Artificial sweeteners and highly processed seasonings. Now, let's talk about something controversial: artificial sweeteners and processed seasonings. Many of us switch to artificial sweeteners thinking they're a healthier alternative to sugar, but studies show they could actually do more harm than good. Some artificial sweeteners, like aspartame and saccharin, have been linked to digestive issues, insulin resistance, and even increased cravings for sweets, which defeats the whole purpose. And let's not forget processed seasonings. Things like MSG-laden seasoning blends and overly salty bouillon cubes may add flavor, but they can contribute to high blood pressure, bloatings, and kidney strain, things seniors should be especially mindful of. A better choice? Switch to natural sweeteners like honey or stevia and use fresh herbs, garlic, and lemon instead of processed seasonings. Your body will thank you. All right, that's 3 more toxic kitchen items decluttered and out of the way. We've tackled old spices, expired canned goods, and artificial additives, but we're not done yet. Coming up next, we'll dive into hidden kitchen hazards, from outdated plastic wraps to unstable storage solutions that could lead to accidents. You don't want to miss this. Sometimes the biggest dangers in your kitchen aren't the ones you eat or cook with. They're the everyday tools, gadgets, and storage items that can put you at risk of accidents, contamination, or even long-term health problems. In this section, we're talking about kitchen hazards that are easy to overlook but could be putting you in danger every day. Let's go through the worst offenders and what to replace them with. 8. Wobbly step stools and unstable storage solutions. First up, unstable step stools and high storage shelves. As we age, balance becomes more of a challenge, and falls are one of the leading causes of injuries for seniors. If you're still using an old wobbly step stool to reach high shelves, it's time to reconsider. A fall in the kitchen can be devastating, leading to fractures, hospital stays, or even long-term mobility issues. Instead, try a sturdy step stool with a handle for balance. Or better yet, rearrange your kitchen so that everyday items are within easy reach. These pull-down cabinet organizers are lifesavers. 9. Old plastic wrap and aluminum foil with possible toxins. Next, let's talk about something we all use without thinking: plastic wrap and aluminum foil. Believe it or not, the kind you're using could be leaching chemicals into your food. Older plastic wraps, especially ones made from PVC, polyvinyl chloride, can release harmful chemicals including phthalates, which have been linked to hormone disruption and other health issues. Aluminum foil isn't much better. While fine for cold storage, when used to wrap hot food or cook acidic foods like tomatoes, aluminum can leach into your meal, contributing to cognitive decline over time. A safer choice? Beeswax wraps, silicone food covers, or parchment paper. These alternatives keep your food fresh without the toxic chemicals. 10. Old or unsafe knives and dull blades. You might think a sharp knife is more dangerous, but the truth is, a dull knife is even riskier. A dull blade requires more force, which means you're more likely to slip and cut yourself. And for seniors, even a small cut can turn into a serious infection if not properly cared for. The solution? Regularly sharpen your knives or invest in a safe, ergonomic set that reduces strain on your hands and wrists. All right, we've made it through 10 toxic and dangerous kitchen items that seniors should declutter right now. From old cookware and expired food to hidden hazards like dull knives and unstable step stools, every change you make reduces risks and keeps you healthier. Decluttering isn't just about tidying up. It's about making safer choices that protect your health, prevent accidents, and make cooking more enjoyable. Take a look around your kitchen today and start making small changes, because your health and safety are worth it.